I wonder why they didn't make one with Dave Bautista as Steve. Because I think if anyone could really get into the skin of Steve Jobs,
that would have been great.
Dave. You know, with he's doing the pose, with the hand on the chin.
Yeah, I'm innovating the home computer. Steve, who?
1,000 songs in your pocket? That's impossible, Steve. You're out of your mind.
Listen, he's like bald, just like super fucking ripped. Anything is possible as long as you can dream it. They're like, what the fuck are you even on, dude? Ellen DeGeneres plays Steve Wozniak.
What is up, Patreon? What's up? It's your boy. No? Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another exclusive episode of Cream Crew on the Patreon. Guys, now, what's been going on since the last time we spoke?
Boy, it feels like forever ago.
It does. It feels like months. Dare I even say years?
How are you, Don? I feel like I haven't asked you that in a while. How are you?
I'm pissed. I think I broke my AirPod Maxes on this fucking stand we got. Have you tried yours yet?
Yeah.
They're not charging at all anymore. I think it may have fried them. I'm worried about it.
Damn. Fuck. Yeah. How did yeah, I mean, it's worked okay for me so far. Are you sure, like...
Well, you look at this little magnetic lead, like the connection's all kind of like dirty and shitty looking. And yeah, now I can't get any kind of charge out of them. So that's my morning.
Oh.
To send a strongly worded email later.
Do you have Apple Care on them?
I don't know. It'd be through the business. I hope so. Figure that out. Had them for a while, so yeah. Yours works though. Has it improved your quality of life as much as I had hoped it would improve mine?
Mildly, which is about as much as I expected. But I like it all the same. I'm just really fucking anal about I just get autistically hyper-focused about shit, and I really want an existence where I only have one type of cable I need to use, which is so fucking first world and retarded, but the idea of just one cable to solve all my problems is very appealing to my retard brain.
I think a long time ago we just bought into the no friction existence, and this is where it takes you. You know?
You never embraced it as hard as I did, though.
Well, not the one cable solution, but just the being a baby about every possible inconvenience with technology and workflow and the rest of it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't change it for the world, because I literally, my setup is so fucking sweet. I bring in my little MacBook Pro, whatever. I plug in one cable, and that bitch lights up 7 screens and 50 accessories, all with one cable. It's beautiful. I love it.
What about you, Hunter? What are you up to?
Oh, my AirPod Maxes also broke, and I too am frustrated with a non-one cable solution world. As my dogs,
that does sound like you.
As my dogs autistically screech in the background. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but they're very upset.
Yeah. Well, luckily I'm locked in with my Apple AirPod Maxes, so I can hear every single fucking detail of their screeching.
That is nice. That's what Silicon Valley's all about, baby. That's the innovation that I was looking for. That's whenever I remember how much I cried whenever Steve Jobs passed away. And I thought to myself, innovation is officially dead. But luckily, the new CEO is doing just fine. I do I know I think I've brought this up many times, but I do love that the first thing the new CEO guy did was undermine everything Steve Jobs basically wanted. Steve Jobs is I really don't want all these different colored iPods. I just want this. And then as soon as that, probably a year after he's dead, they put out the whole fucking rainbow. I thought that was funny.
The new CEO is gay, so coincidence?
I don't know. Possibly.
That tracks. Steve Jobs was like, no, I want Apple to be straight. Nothing but straight.
Steve, we can't keep doing this bad.
No, it's got to be straight.
It's got to be
Get that crap out of here.
It's got to be straight. Straight all day. That's what he said. That was actually his motto, straight all day.
That's right.
It's very confusing for a lot of people that worked at Silicon Valley. Like, what are you talking about? Straight all day, straight all day. And he weighed 73 pounds soaking wet because he was, they're like, Steve.
And he shoved nothing but apple.
Why they didn't put that in. Steve Jobs just like eating a pear. I think that one of them kind of insinuated it and it felt like an inside joke. It was kind of funny.
I wonder why they didn't make one with Dave Bautista as Steve. Because I think if anyone could really get into the skin of Steve Jobs,
that would have been great.
Dave. You know, with he's doing the pose, with the hand on the chin.
Yeah, I'm innovating the home computer. Steve, who
1,000 songs in your pocket? That's impossible, Steve. You're out of your mind.
Listen, he's like bald. Just like super fucking ripped. Anything is possible as long as you can dream it. They're like, what the fuck are you even on, dude? Ellen DeGeneres plays Steve Wozniak. If Ellen could play Steve Wozniak, that'd be pretty funny. I built it all, Steve.
People want to be able to upgrade their computers, Steve. They want options.
They want options. Steve, the Macintosh is a bust. The only thing that's ever been profitable is the Apple II, which I built. She's just like big fucking. Do you think Ellen DeGeneres has like just some fucking big pussy lips? She's so small, right? That it would be very cartoony if she had some fucking Homer Simpson lips underneath those fucking like little those dockers that she wears.
I don't know much about her pussy, but she does have one of those faces that makes me want to screech and like slam it into a tree. You know, just something primal about her face. I just hate it so much. She looks like Gollum, honestly. Not to drag this back into Lord of the Rings, like always, but she looks like fucking Gollum.
She does kind of look like Gollum, doesn't she?
She's got those big bug eyes. She's got like.
Well, to be fair, she is like 72 years old, so.
She's always looked like Gollum.
Has she? Has she always looked like Gollum? I'll take your word for it. I know that you're a big Ellen fan. When I first met Tom, I remember I was like, oh, you have a DVD collection here, and it was all Ellen DeGeneres stand-up bootlegs.
Dude, you know what? Looking at her mouth, I actually know exactly what her pussy looks like.
What does it look like?
It probably has 0 lips, just like her.
No.
Just like her smile.
No. See, that's where I think that you're full-heartly wrong. That is just absolutely, that's the wrong mentality.
I think it's entirely like a flesh fold over.
It's that's the funny cartoony aspect of it is that she has no lips, but her pussy is just like, I mean, it's like a fucking T-bone steak.
Well, it's because she keeps putting lip filler in them.
Yeah,
she wants to make it perfect and kissable for her wife.
Ellen's in a fucking LA like Botox clinic thing. Ellen, we told you can't come back yet. She's like, I don't care. I need it. They're just looking a little bit flat. I just want to get him a little plump. I just want to plump him up a little bit.
I can't go to that voice with you.
They're looking a bit flat.
So we just have to do.
That's the pussy echoing what she says from her pants.
Yeah.
I think the voices overlap like a demon. It's
just flat. I don't know.
It is flat. It's very, very flat. Feel me. I wish to be felt. I want somebody to come on me.
No, you don't. You like ladies.
I yearn for cock.
That's why the pussy's so mad is because it desperately wants to be filled by David Marvel or some big Hollywood tycoon.
Oh God. I mean, oh God.
Oh Jesus. No.
Oh God.
Yeah, no. Otherwise than that, not a whole lot going on, except I do wish Dave Bautista was in a Steve Jobs biopic. You know, Steve Wozniak's not going to get the same treatment when he's dead. You know what I mean?
Well, that's because he's a fucking nerd, all right?
That is true. He looks like a giant fucking
You want to get a biopic, don't be a fucking nerd.
That's true. You need to have some zest to you. There's no way Steve Wozniak. I think Steve Wozniak was the oldest virgin to ever live on in humanity. He was 56 years old when he finally busted his first nut.
Do you know what? I could actually believe it.
I'd believe it, and I'd say good man.
Fact.
I'd say good man.
Yeah, there used to be more men like that holding up this society, but sadly those times are long gone. Actually, if anything, there's more men like that than ever, or there will be.
Why is that sad?
Why is what sad?
That there's more men like that.
That are just virgins forever. Because they will eventually form groups and start gunning people down.
Gunning people down? Really?
Yeah, I just don't... Bro, if not enough, like, if the everyman doesn't feel like he's got a chance with ladies, then he's going to form a militia with his bros who also can't get laid, and they're all going to gun everyone down. Just watch it happen.
Form a militia with his bros. Hey, bros, want to form a militia?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything else.
I don't see why not. Honestly, I love militias, dude. Honestly, dude, so glad you even brought that up because, yeah, I love militias, actually.
It's the tribal situation, bro, right? If the king is getting all of the pussy and not giving any to anyone else, they all gang up and kill the king. I'm just saying, it's a recipe for disaster.
You have an appetite for destruction is what you're really saying, huh?
That's Symphony. My bad.
That's okay. Same thing, basically.
God only hopes that there is enough Elden Ring sequels in the works to keep this militia, this proto-militia that's going to form pacified.
What would they call it? What would they call the militia?
That's all that's holding us together right now.
What would they even call the militia, though?
They would call it, I don't know. I'm not good on the spot. I need to meditate.
Maybe that's what the militia is called. I'm not good on the spot.
If women would just peel back the layers and give me a goddamn chance to get my words out.
Yeah, this is bullshit. No, this is actually horse shit. This is fucking stupid. Actually,
it is funny how many like shows have popped up that are literally just like the premise is gather all the dumb women in a room and berate them. It's really funny. Like it's
podcasts, you mean? Like that,
yeah, you just see it all the time. It's literally just like, all right, let's find some dumb women and just yell at them for like satisfaction. And to be fair, they do find the dumbest of the dumb. They're like, my man needs to be earning $500,000 a year. He needs to be 7'8", and he needs to have a giant horse cock. And you're like, okay, well, that's not very many people. So it's like cathartic to watch these dumb retards get cut down, but it literally just exists. It's just like punching toddlers. It's like beating up toddlers or something and broadcasting it because toddlers are annoying sometimes.
Are there? I've only heard of that whatever show. That's cool news. It's good news. There's a lot of those now. What's another one?
I think that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty. I don't
know.
This is news to me.
Maybe it's all the same show. I don't really keep track, but
yeah.
Let me tell you, the algorithm knows what I want to see.
It's called 90 Day Fiance. What it's called?
Yeah, you're a fucking dumb bitch.
I've been on a big 90 Day Fiance binge lately. Been very good for the soul. Love it.
I don't really know what it's about. I can kind of guess from the title, but
yeah, it's just about people that live in America who are getting scammed by people, basically. Like a lot of these people end up together still, but it still feels like a scam. It never feels like natural or good. It just feels fucking.
Is that the one with the no neck guy to catch me and the viewer up? Yeah.
No neck Ed. He was like dating the fucking like 19-year-old Filipino girl, and he's like 6 foot, or he's like 63 years old, and he's like 4'3".
I mean, you know,
so it was awesome.
God bless.
Well,
at that point, what are your
opinion.
options? Just a life of loneliness, or you get like a fucking hot 19-year-old Filipino chick? What are you going to choose?
Yeah. So I guess we're just not supposed to be happy then, is what you're saying.
But I mean, basically, that's what you're saying, you know?
Well, I'm just saying.
What's he going to do? Like, is he going to go find some, like, American woman his own age? There's not one in existence who would date him.
Oh, definitely. A 63-year-old single woman, definitely.
You think so?
Oh, totally. I bet there's a fucking, and also like 4'3", definitely like just some fucking tater tots out there. Definitely, dude.
4'3", dude, death sentence. No way.
Yeah. I think that there's always something out there. I think that there's,
you live in an America that's dead.
There's probably
I don't know what world you're in.
There's probably more disgusting 63, desperate 4'3" women that are just like, I will, even if he's a serial killer, I'll marry him.
No.
Oh,
you got the wrong end of the stick. It's more like only if he's a serial killer will I have interest in him.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think that there's
plenty as old as time.
I think there's plenty of people out there.
Okay, so you tell me, you're 4'3", 63-year-old manlet.
Yeah.
Like, what? Here are your two options: 63-year-old woman called Sylvia with like a gobble turkey neck, or 19-year-old Filipino woman who has no other options.
Well,
she'll be deported.
Well, the thing is, like, which one's going to be more successful? I think is the real question. Because it's like, obviously, you'd want somebody that's more attractive or whatever. But I don't think that's really the like name of the game, is it? Like, I think it's like if the name of the game is like I'm looking for somebody to like spend the rest of my life with, then I think like the fucking turkey neck gobble is definitely going to be the way to go.
Yeah, but the rest of your life's not that long, so you really.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's fine. It's like adopting a big dog.
Do you know what? I might be
Saint
really
Bernard.
biased.
It's gonna fucking like be dead very soon.
I might be biased because my grandpa did in fact find some like young Filipino chick after his wife died, like a long time after, but still, she was probably more like, I don't know, 30.
Was she pretty sexy?
He was like 80. I don't remember. I was too young, but probably compared to what his other options, probably yeah.
Well, good for him, dude. I say good for him.
Quite a ripple in my family.
Was it really? I'd be like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Especially if your grandpa's dick still works at 80 years old. I'd say, why would you not want to use it? Also, till death do us part, the bitch died. Like, what the fuck are like, we're supposed to just like mourn forever? Like, trying to get my nut off, dude. Also, it's like, I might not love this woman the same way, but I can at least, have some fun.
Dude, it's a transaction.
It's a transactional thing. Well,
see my side of the story.
No. Well, I think that's different for an 80-year-old man. Once you get into the 80s, that's a different story. And also, that's saying that you were married before. In my scenario, you were never married, and it's like a desperation thing on both accounts.
I don't know why you can't just be happy for the man.
I mean, in a way, I am happy for him. At the same time, he scares me. I'm scared.
I think you're scared of the reflection you see in him, the choices you would really make.
Yeah, I look exactly like Noah Neckhead. I look just like him, and he's the exact same thing where I'm like, as soon as Allison dies, I'm going to get a 19-year-old Puerto Rican girl.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be on a TLC show. And I'm going to look like a giant, I'm going to look like a fucking fat scarecrow who's just like, I'm just looking for love. I'm just looking. Yeah, can an average Joe just find the woman of his dreams? Can an average guy just, I don't know, fucking find some love? Like, why not me? Why can't an average Joe just find love and strangle her? Yeah, I'm just
take away her passport and
take away. But yeah, I literally just reenact Not Without My Daughter with my new wife when I'm 76 years old. You ever see that movie, Not Without My Daughter?
Oh, is that the one where the woman gets like kidnapped by a crazy Iranian or something?
Yeah, her husband. Well, she's like married happily with him. That's the funniest part of that movie is he's like, oh God, I love you so much. Hey, we should go visit my home country. She's like, sure. We've been married for fucking, I don't know, 7 years. We have a 5-year-old daughter together. Why not? And then as soon as he goes there, he's just like, by the way, we're not fucking leaving. Newsflash, Beth. Newsflash, Sally Fields. I love it.
I fucking like that's a good little plot twist. He fucking takes off his mask and he's got the chin beard and a turban on, and he's fucking like
he beats the living hell out of her too. I remember when
I kind of want to know like who made this movie. Is this a Mel Gibson?
Also, the guy who is the dad in that situation, he's Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. He's that guy.
Oh, that's the crazy
rich Asian
Muslim guy.
Yeah.
Is he actually a Muslim in real life?
I think so.
Is he like
I
that?
thought he was Italian.
Let's find out.
No, I think it was
Alfred Molina. Apparently he's British.
Oh, there you go. Apparently he's just
Spanish and Italian.
I was gonna say Italian. God damn it. Usually I can get the Italian men pretty good. Ooh.
You're good at racial profiling.
That is true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare deny it.
That is one of Hunter's greatest feats. You should stand around him for long enough. He'll just start picking ethnicities out of a crowd.
Well, I know exactly who you are.
Yeah, it's just instead of it'd be really funny. That's at a state fair. Instead of a guess your weight, it's guess your ethnicity. I get nothing but Asian people. You're Chinese, aren't you? He's like, no, I'm Korean.
I'm Korean.
Same thing. I win. You lose. No prize for you.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well, we don't. Yeah, and there's like one rule where it's like I will not. Like every Asian country is just going to be Chinese. I can't memorize them all.
Go back far enough. It's true.
Genghis Khan.
We could be expected to. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you're all Mongolians, really.
Isn't that right, Sally Fields?
Oh yeah, I was trying to look up who wrote this film or who made it because it's really funny. I don't feel like it would like. I don't see it getting approved today.
I feel like it's gonna be a guy named some guy just like named like Tim Johnson, like a guy from Virginia, and he's pissed. Like that guy doesn't have like any. He's never been to. He's never been to that country before in his life. It's crazy. It's a crazy culture over there. It's like a horror film.
Okay, so
it's a biography.
Oh, is it real?
Yeah, based on a real story.
Not Without My Daughter. What a haunting film.
William Hoffa and Betty Mahmoodi.
Oh, my girl Bethy Mahmoodi.
Betty, not Bethy.
Bethy Mahmoodi.
Oh wow, yeah. So okay, this is apparently a true story. So this wasn't just someone with like a fucking
a vendetta.
Yeah, no. It's literally like, no, this happened. This was real. Not Without My Daughter is an account of Betty Mahmoodi. I like how she kept the last name. That was very loyal.
Yeah, I mean, it was a different time. Till death do us part, dude. Is all I gotta say.
Her name, no way. Her name was Betty Lover, and then it got changed to Betty Mahmoodi. It writes itself. Okay.
Yeah, my name is Betty Innocent Face. Until I married my horrible husband.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so it's an account of her experience from 1984 to 1986 when she left Alpena, Michigan to go to Iran with her husband and daughter. For what she was promised would be a short visit. Once she was there,
that's the funniest part of the movie. He's like, yeah, just a couple weeks, and like a couple weeks goes by, and it's like the second she's like, hey, we should probably get our plane tickets, right? He's just like, we're not leaving. I hope you know that. We are fucking staying here forever. And then he just beats the shit out of her right there. And I remember like watching this in school for no reason too. We watched this in a fucking, we watched this in like a math class. I was like, why are we watching this? In this math class in geometry.
Why are we watching this in Kansas, Missouri?
Gotta let people know.
What possible reason could we be watching this in math class?
Gotta let people know that.
You guys, fuck algebra. You guys got to see this.
You know, it's all good and fun going to college. It's all good and fun going to college and getting, some questionable boyfriends. But I think that just know that this is probably what will literally happen.
Accurate. Okay, this is the weirdest part. So, this is so weird. He refused to allow his wife and child to leave. When she protested, Moody struck Betty. It was Moody. Come on. It was the first time Matob had seen her father hit her mother. So that's a child.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. After Moody broke the news to Betty, she got extremely sick with dysentery. What a strange way to form that sentence. So as soon as she found out that she's not leaving. She just started shitting herself involuntarily and nonstop.
Yeah, well, you gotta have protests. Well, it's like one of the things where it's like you gotta make it feel like used goods, or just be like, this isn't even worth it. I'll send the bitch back. I'll stay, but she can leave.
Oh yeah, you still want a piece of this?
Yeah, that's a.
Oh yeah, you're keeping me here.
Just filling her fucking little diaper full of just little stinkies the whole time.
Oopsie. Bet you want to take me back to America, huh?
You probably want to take this little girl back to Manhattan, don't you?
It's like, we're from Nebraska, so. It's like,
oh, we're from Nebraska.
Oh, I forgot about David Marvel's long-winded history in Nebraska.
Don't worry, Betty. I'm gonna save you.
Yeah, that's actually how David Marvel got into the industry. Was he saved this woman?
We're gonna have to make a movie about your experiences first.
David Marvel went on to be the richest man in human history.
What, after saving Betty?
That's like this is the end of the movie when it's like,
oh, like the text comes. The phase on the screen.
Exactly. The text comes up and it's like, Betty moved in and she died of ovarian cancer, whatever, in 2006, but she lived a happy life. David Marvel, the hero of the story, is 113 years old and is the richest man on earth. He has no plans of retiring anytime soon.
Right. Betty asked Matob, which is the kid, to make sure Moody, the husband, a medical doctor, didn't give her an injection as she feared it would be lethal.
A 5-year-old child, make sure Daddy doesn't stab me with a syringe. What is that? What? I think Moody, she actually refers to him as Moody too. I think Moody's going to kill me. Dad? Yeah. Don't call him that.
Yeah, don't call that.
Wonder why. Does it say why he wouldn't leave? Why he refused to go home? Is it just cultural thing where he's just like, I belong here?
I feel like you're teeing me up to say something I'm going to regret in 10 years.
I'm just saying.
I'm just going to swerve and dodge. I don't know. Is it cultural? Who could know? I'm not an expert.
Who could really know is what you're saying.
Yeah. What's the people, who are the people who study groups of people?
Yes. Anthropologists.
Yes, exactly. I'm not one of them. Okay.
I think you might be.
Don't ask me anything.
You might be an anthropologist.
I've got a good head on my shoulders and I have my instincts, which I've been told are very good.
What the fuck? What's Moody's first name?
Very.
Yeah. It'd be funny if that actually was his first.
It just very Moody. I'm sorry.
Mr. Moody went on to open America's first H&M.
The funny thing is
that's what his end card for the biopic is. He went on to make the first H&M in America.
Mr. Moody brought fast fashion to Iran.
He brought streetwear, and he brought what the kids like to know as he is the one who popularized the term drip.
Oh, he's still alive. Oh no, she's still alive.
I doubt there's any documentation of him.
So his name is Syed Borzog. Borzog?
Syed Borzog Moody. That's kind of sweet.
Borzog. He's just a fucking Dragon Ball Z character.
My name is Gunther. Yeah. My name's Gunther. I kind of wish that there was actually a crazy fucking guy who also had I don't know, what am I thinking here? I don't know. I'm high. I don't know.
Oh my god, bro. There is a plot twist.
Oh.
Alexis Kouros collaborated with Mahmoudi's ex-husband. So the father, the husband, to create a counter documentary without my daughter to counter the claims in Betty's book.
Nice.
That's pretty funny.
He made a fucking counter drama drop video on YouTube.
I do like how he's like, that's a really damn good title too, Not Without My Daughter. And then he's like, fuck that, Without My Daughter. That's a serious fucking bold move, is what that is.
She's lying.
It's some of the stuff she says is true. Okay, I'm not going to deny that. But at the same time, I still think it's kind of fucked up.
Well, maybe he goes on about how the courts always give women like custody.
See, that would be the coolest thing though, is if he found out that it was like he's sitting there and you find out that like because oh god big sneeze, because he didn't have his daughter, he's like, I just gotta preoccupy my mind, right? And that's whenever he comes up with, he meets a guy named Jerabod Hamas, and together they talk about fashion. And they open up their own little store named H&M in reference to their last names, Hamas and Moody.
Don, would you shop at their store? Would you shop at their H&M and get some?
I definitely think I know for a fact Don has shopped at Hamas and Moody.
I think I'm wearing Hamas and Moody right now.
You're part of the problem.
Fucking got that Iranian drip.
Yeah, Don's like, I keep my politics out of my fashion though. The same way people talk about.
You got to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, same way people talk about like Chick-fil-A fucking sandwiches or whatever.
Yeah. God bless.
God bless you. Yeah.
I really feel like they could turn this into a cinematic universe. You could do one. You could do Gunther in Germany. You could do one literally in every country in the world.
I don't see why you wouldn't. I would just lie. I'd perpetuate the story and make sure that we had a woman from every country say that there was just a man. Germany would be probably the next thing where you were like, yeah, that makes sense.
For some reason, that's like way creepier.
We're going back to the motherland and we're never going to return. And uns ever going to returns.
Yeah, you got to make him sound a bit like effeminate-y. I think that makes it scarier.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you and I'm going to show you many things.
Okay, sound like Borat.
Yeah,
that's a plot twist.
It's actually, I'm just I'm just Borat.
My wife,
my sister. Very nice. He cannot afford clock radio. I can. Great success.
Boy, I feel like I'm back in 2004, baby.
She is biggest whore in all of Kazakhstan. Very nice.
La la la. You cannot get this.
La la la. But he break out of his cage and he do get this.
Well, I'm glad we ran that. We got a good squeeze out of Mahmoudi and
Hassan and Mahmoudi.
Mahmoudi, Hassan, and Betty Innocent Face.
Hassan. Oh my god.
Oh no. Could it be the very same?
The very same. The very prominent bloke.
Isn't he like your best friend?
Yeah. He's my best friend.
Pals.
Yeah, he's my best friend ever.
You guys live together.
I hope you said lift, because yes, we do lift together.
That's what I said.
Yes, I'm training to become an Olympic power lifter.
I could see it.
That's me screaming.
I could see you being one of those guys who picks up a weight for too long and blood squirts out of his nose. He has a fucking.
No, I piss like the female.
No, it's worth it, dude.
I piss like the female powerlifters. It's just like squirting
dude,
over.
This is so gross. It's so fucking vile when those female powerlifters are just, because they don't have any like tubing to direct the flow anywhere, so it just like splutters out.
Inferior pipeline.
Well, for powerlifting, yeah.
If you were the strongest man in the world, you could get away with some really crazy shit. Like if the strongest man in the world,
I'd rape.
What?
Huh?
If you're the strongest guy in the world and you lift, and every time you shit yourself and like poop fell on the floor in the mat, no one can say anything because it's like, well, he is the literal strongest person in the world.
Yeah, but have you seen how, like, sure, but if the fear is that like he's gonna beat you up, those guys take like 3 steps and have a fucking heart attack.
No. Yeah, they take off their shirt and they're sweating profusely and hyperventilating.
They're just like,
no, I think it's more so it's just like we have to let him compete because he's the strongest person ever.
Oh, I see.
You know
he just shits himself every time he
I don't think anyone's ever actually afraid of any of those powerlifter guys. They all move in slow motion, and they all, if you're that big, it doesn't matter how. Like, I would never believe that any of those people are not mentally retarded.
Oh no, for sure.
Their heads are so tiny. They're breathing just like so heavily.
They breathe like pugs.
Like I'm a big fat piece of shit, but at least I don't breathe like a fucking powerlifter, like a fucking Olympic giant powerlifter. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to get my macro carbs in. 450 grams of protein a day.
Because they I feel like they probably think they're really.
I would love to see a big powerlifter guy just fucking profusely sweating, like Rich Piana. Of course, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Him just beet red trying to open up a pack of Jack Link's beef jerky.
Yeah, his giant fucking paws are too big to like fit into the packet.
His hands are too big to even get a good grip on that plastic, and his hands are so moist because he's constantly sweating. So he has to stop, and he has to eat his 4th meal of the day because, God forbid they miss out on a meal. And then he goes back to his car and he's like trying to open up his Jack Link's beef jerky. And his Escalade, and his really fucking cool Escalade because he gets tons of money and pussy. Wonder how many women are like, oh, I find men who are like the size of silverback gorillas attractive.
Yeah, I don't think they, I don't think the men care though, because they can fucking fill her up with their pinky. Their giant, oversized, like pulsating pinky is enough to.
My fingers are so buff.
Yeah.
feel how buff my finger is.
I could use one finger and I'll have you quivering.
If I was an Olympic power lifter like that, and I was like one of those giant men, and I had big muscular fingers, every time that I fingered a girl, I'd be like, all right, baby. I'd have the David Drainham snake bites under my lip, like those piercings. And then I'd also do, every time I fingered a girl, I'd make robot sounds. I'd do, I do that.
Yeah, as you pry open her pussy with your fucking 300-pound grip strength.
Yeah. I just grab, I take my fingers, and I spread them open and open it up. And I actually just I pop her pelvis because my grip strength is that strong.
It makes a satisfying pop.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll put it back.
Don't worry, they call me, Hunter Poppin' Hancock just for that reason.
Fucking Poppin' Hancock. I like that.
A lot of those powerlifters too they're all, well, no. Okay, so muscle men. Let me reiterate. Like the strongest men in the world are obviously going to be like 6'9", like they're huge, they're big guys. But like the people who I'm bodybuilding to like model or like do the show, like the Mr. Olympia show or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Jay Cutler, he was like 5'4". Those guys are like usually pretty
cheating,
short.
Dude. That's cheating.
And you know why? And I think that this is because there's not as much. The muscles aren't as. Like if you're 6'9", your bicep is significantly bigger. Like it would take way longer to like bulk up and be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So like shorter guys probably can just like bulk up and like get all lean
Don,
and
get in your pocket.
That's right.
Get in your pocket, Don. That's it. Fucking swang and bang, baby. Go.
It's hard.
You tell him.
No, that's all.
Well, there you have it. But yeah, that like long people's arms and muscles have such a longer range of motion too that like doing a rep for like a short guy is like, half a foot. So it's a lot easier. But for a long person, they got to go,
Or what is it? Like you're 6 foot and I'm 6'5". I'm 5 inches taller. To visually appear the same size, I'd have to have.
I put those extra 5 inches somewhere else.
Your toes.
I'd have to have like 40 to 50 pounds on Tom.
So what? To like
appear like, oh, that guy's as big as the other guy. You know what I mean?
That guy's huge.
Damn, bro. Yeah. But you do, plus side, you do get to be 6'5". So, you know.
Yeah, everyone gets to fucking point and laugh.
No.
You walk through rooms and you have to do that awkward thing where you like put your hand on the door and you like go under the door with your head. You know what I mean?
Like that guy in It Follows.
Yeah, exactly. You're that guy in It Follows. And everyone's just like, look at this clown, this circus act.
That's literally what you did at that Rooster Teeth convention in that coffee shop. You went under the door.
Whenever you assaulted that pregnant woman and that man.
No, literally. No. I'm not even kidding. The door was like,
hey, asshole.
I had to duck
hey,
under
jackass. You ruined my life.
I was stealthy.
They never even knew I was there.
That's right. Until I announced
myself. They could hear you breathing from 4 rooms over.
As I said, they could fucking hear you breathing and scoffing before they even got into the building, probably. Bing, bing. Like that's the bell of the door opening. That's what it sounded like inside a coffee shop.
Just laughing.
Sweetheart, get behind me. Sweetheart, get behind me. Sweetheart, get behind me.
This guy looks like he's got great comedic timing. Get your smiles ready, everyone.
Oh, look at that! He's got a VIP pass to RTX. He must be special. He must be talented.
He's got a twinkle in his eye. Get ready, honey. This is going to be great.
Are you one of the heads at Rooster Teeth? Yeah. You canceled my show. I actually can't even imagine how haunting that'd be. The guy just has like a fucking Nutella. He just has a Nutella-filled croissant, just like holding his wife back. Sweetheart, get behind me. Are you pregnant? You got a baby in you?
Teeth that year.
What?
So maybe that's maybe that's what's up. Maybe that's what happened.
I wish that's what happened.
I can't do this anymore.
It'd be so fucking cool. He's like, because then it would make your story of like, yeah, we got fired. It'd make it a lot more like, but they had justify. At least they would have a reason this time.
Well, I like to think that.
I think you guys dodged a bullet on that.
Scared of like tall trees. Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
I think if you did that, you guys would have gotten a season. It wouldn't have like been anything what you wanted it to been, and then it would have just been fucking scrapped, and people would just be like, they probably do something where they like contractually make you go to like these conventions and shit with like Ruby or whatever to like promote the show. Ugh.
I would never understand how that show got so popular.
I don't know either. I've never actually even seen like a show or even like the art of it, but apparently that's that's what literally keeps the business running.
It's shocking.
Oh yeah, for sure. Then they tried to do Genlock and that fucking didn't go so well.
It's kind of like you watch a dub of an anime and you can sort of half forgive how cringy it is because I think a lot of dubs are extremely cheap and fast.
Like the voice actor probably did 4 episodes in one session or something.
Yeah, exactly. But then like you see Ruby and how popular it is, and it's English only. It's English first, and it is all the excesses of the worst English dub of an anime you've ever seen.
I
also think that's the fucking negative. Is like, why would you do English first? Like, why would you not try to like have it exist in the landscape of like a Japanese
probably like fact check that though, because that could just be totally wrong.
I think he's right.
I know. I mean, I know for a fact it's written in the States.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In English first.
And I think to be fair, that I think that does mean a lot too, because even like the way that like Japanese scripts are written, there's just like the way they say shit, and the way like especially like jokes or whatever is so fundamentally different than like constructing an English sentence. So which is why a lot of the time too, the English dubs or whatever, it doesn't come across like it sounds so fucking stupid just because you're like, what?
I can understand why the fucking bottom feeding retards in America would like it, but why do the Japanese love it?
I think Japanese people. I feel like there's
Japan?
not a huge prejudice. Like I don't think. Like I think that like the try hard. Like oh my opinion's right, your opinion's wrong. I don't know if that exists in Japan. I think people just like to consume. You know what I mean? Like they're just happy
Like
that
robots.
They're just happy
like
to
bugs.
Yeah, they're bug people. They just like to. I think that they're just happy to have more of that shit
Just more.
in the zeitgeist. You know what I mean? I don't know if people are as like if they scrutinize shit as much. I mean, I could be wrong once again, but
And well, the amount of authority we speak on literally every subject.
actually, I'm gonna stop saying that. I don't give a fuck. I love when people comment shit in the comments when they're just like, actually, that's not right, and it's like, dude, fucking go to the top of a building and walk off. That's what I have to say.
The really
Why?
interesting
Because,
thing
like,
about the
they shouldn't
Japanese
expect
thing
anything from us.
is I think isn't it the
Because they're disagreeing with me.
It's the biggest Western import animation in Japan. So it's not just like, oh, they'll consume anything, so they kind of like it. You know what I mean? Like it is the thing that they like from us. And yeah, that's really hard to understand. It makes me think that what I was trying to say with the whole like bad dubs thing is you as someone with taste can kind of see it and see, okay, this can be forgiven because it was rushed or whatever, but I don't even think that that's it.
I always think it's like even the less of rush, but also just like this is just people translating a different language. It's going to be kind of awkward. You know,
yeah, but what you're equating to that, like that gross bad dub feel seems to be like.
I mean, it's probably cheap. It's probably cheap and quick just to catch up on the episodes too.
I don't know.
That's the problem. Is it is just an incredible indictment on the Japanese as a people.
That's what I'm saying. That's the drain I'm circling. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's the drain I'm circling. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's so much cool shit about Japan. I mean, fucking, look at this shit. But then they go and make Ruby the most popular American import show or whatever. And I'm like, maybe they, maybe when they strike gold, it's just luck. It's just the fucking machine of randomness of the clock being right twice a day, the broken clock. You know what I mean?
Is Ruby also supposed to be like kind of like a cute comedy, or is it serious?
I think it's serious, like, with
Like this is badass, whatever.
Yeah, I think
that's the vibe I get. Kind of like a comedic action show,
It's super sexy.
it's very odd. It's like the animation too is like stiff, and I don't blame the animators because they probably only get like 3 weeks to do it. But it's like, yeah, it's very odd to me.
The voice Ruby has, it's just insufferable. It's insane.
I'm gonna come. That's what she says. I'm gonna come. Come.
I'm gonna come. Come. I'm gonna come. Come to the
come.
Yeah, I've never even seen it.
We are.
Is it still?
We are working.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, is it still going? Like, is it still alive and well?
I think maybe, but I mean, their like head writer, who was probably the head writer of that show, left. I don't know. That whole company seems to have like everyone's left. I don't know.
I thought that they filed for bankruptcy, but I think I read that wrong. But I thought that's what I read. That's what I thought I read, but I don't know. I heard it was like, because I remember I kept seeing stuff about like massive layoffs and stuff, right? And then I thought,
yeah, because they got like consumed by many different companies in quick succession.
So like because of the like bailout or something, probably, or did they sell?
I don't know. I'm reading something here saying I don't understand. A Reddit thread. I don't understand why do so many people think Rooster Teeth going out of business is a good idea. It's not an. Oh, I thought they were going the other direction with it. Apparently, there's enough for a counter thread to be made. There is enough consensus that people want Rooster Teeth to be going out of business. So maybe it is. Who knows?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's I think that their user base has to be a pretty older demographic. I think too. They have so much content on their channel. It's fucking crazy.
Rooster Teeth rebrand enough to escape its controversial history. That's
yeah,
fine.
every fucking every top guy there has a fucking a fucking sexual assault allegation against him. I feel like it's fucking crazy.
Savage.
Every fucking guy except that like guy who looks like he's like glasses. I don't know, short dude. Feel like he's the only one who's left.
Hey, nice.
What's his name? What's his name?
What guy? A short fat dude with glasses. Like the Hispanic guy.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I can't fucking remember any of it, dude. I don't know.
Whatever, dude. Who cares? Guess what? Both of us are trying to get some original content made. And I feel like now's our chance to tell our faithful Cream Crew listeners all about it.
Oh, do you mean by both of us? Do you mean both the channels or do you mean you and Don?
Both the channels.
I see.
Are you not planning to do I don't know, is it a secret? You plan to do a Melvin Kickstarter?
I put it out there. I don't know. I'm not like, it's not like make or break for me. So I'm just kind of
set. Do you still have PTSD from like Monster Lab?
Yeah, in a way. I think so. It feels like it's just a big responsibility. It can be done. Like, and I think I have the forethought to know more shit to do now. But I don't know. It's just Kickstarters are so fucking, I don't know.
What's your like do you have a percentage of which way you're leaning?
I'm like 70% not going to do it, 30% still thinking about it.
Is that where the percentage started, or has it shifted more towards that over time?
It started more, I would say, half and half of like, oh, this could be something that is plausible, but I don't know.
What's stopping you?
I think just the what is it like? I don't know. I guess just the failure that it won't get funded, and then also the thing too where it's like I don't know. In a way too where I'm like I feel really passionate about Melvin. I like it, but I think like maybe it just needs more time to where before I like make that other step. Like it feels like I'm skipping a step or something.
What step do you feel like you're skipping?
like a casual, like we have like a what we would almost consider a full season under our belt. There's a fan base that obviously likes it. It feels warranted that people that would join the Kickstarter or want to be a part of it are excited about like the perks and stuff. And it's like, you know, we can, I don't know. It just feels like there's a fan base that just is wanting it versus like me just being like, hey, I'm just doing this right now for this idea that we've only made 2 episodes on, which once again, that's not like egregious, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like the step is establishing the fan base maybe independently before asking for crowdfunding. But, you know, yeah, I could be looking at it backwards, but I don't know.
I mean, that like makes sense to me. I do think you would get it funded. But it might just be unbiased, like, because you know you're just so good at making stuff happen. I could see it happening, but I do also think it probably is still not a bad thing to get more like audience investment if you plan to make more of them. Like, why not?
Yeah, it's definitely not like either way. It's not a horrible thing. It's just trying to figure it out too. I'm also just trying to do other shit on my channel as well, and I don't know if like all these different things happening are good or bad. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this shit or not.
So what you're feeling like your channel's going to have too many like disparate voices in it?
God, I don't really know. I feel like I'm just like brain dead. I feel like there's too much shit going on and I'm trying to like scale at all these different ways, and scaling is fine, but adding like a crowdfunding Kickstarter to that is like, it's fake money in a way. Like it's not like actual profit. It's stuff that needs to go towards something. So if you fall behind, it's like, and you're trying to scale and put expenses towards that, it feels maybe somewhat reckless, or it feels kind of like, it doesn't feel like, ooh, this is a good idea or comfortable kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely, you have.
It gives you a security blanket. It gives you a security blanket for sure, but it also is a thing where it's like, I think establishing the fan base shows that there's a market for it to be profitable, and that you would like have, you know, people that you can maybe like recoup a lot of stuff on and maybe make a profit on merch and do that kind of thing, versus trying to kickstart something and then you're putting all your eggs in this basket of like really non-profitability. You could invest into merch and stuff, but it might not pan out. So it's just trying to relay that versus like we're doing well with how they're performing now. So it's like, do we just keep kind of letting the videos roll out as they are and just getting hype built around that way until we're in the green across the board and we can take this risk and it doesn't feel like a totally detrimental thing.
I think that makes the most sense to me because it's like worst case. So it's not going anywhere. That audience, either you put out like another one or a couple more or something and you confirm that audience is there and wants this thing, or you put those out and you see the audience really doesn't give a fuck and then you're happy you didn't do a whole Kickstarter. So like,
yeah, and I think it's even less about the audience. Like the audience is something where it's like, I think it just needs to be like, am I willing to take this risk for myself? Like the audience retention thing and everything feels like it's just a byproduct of being like, is this a comfortable risk I'm willing to take? And also I'm like, am I stoked on making this? And I definitely want to make it, but do I want to make it this consecutive? Like, do I really want to roll it out this way? I don't know. It's a lot of variables. And I think that like my brain is just fucking completely just like overstimulated right now. Like it's mostly just the expansion, like just trying to expand and grow more and more feels it's like rough on the brain. It's hard to know what's the best idea, where to put expenses, where to grow, where to like pull back. I'm still like learning all of that. So, and Kickstarter is cool. If it was my only thing, like if it was my only series and it was all I'm doing, I think Kickstarter is fucking great. But I feel like I'm just like, I have too many things going on right now. Too many different, what is it? What's the expression? Like not cooks in the kitchen. I don't know, whatever. There's just too much shit going.
Hands in the oven.
Yeah. Just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, no, I feel you. You are like, you do a retarded amount. I can't even fathom how you do it, and it's just you as well. Like, obviously, I know you got help, but me and Don have 2 people, and we can't manage like fucking half of what you do. So, hats off to you, but also like, fuck yeah, I can imagine your brain is melty.
I'm just trying to get to a good spot too with the channel of like the Papa Meat channel, with where it's like where that's just like this is how I pay my bills, this is how I can pay everybody. And then the Meat Canyon thing can become something where it's like, let's do more eccentric, weird shit. And then take those kind of risks or implement ideas to be like, okay, well, we don't have just like $1 million laying around for equity to put into a show. So let's kickstart this. And it all just kind of makes sense because everything is rolling smoothly. And I think, well, it'll get there. And I still think like, it's not completely off the table. I think I'm just like this place where I'm like, it's not like making me come thinking about it all the time. So I think I'm not super like, this has to be done right now. I think I can just keep producing them in the same rate that I'm making them now and just, be happy with it. Even though I do want it to be something that's like fucking awesome and there's a season of it and all this stuff. But realistically, it's like doing that isn't going to like change my life drastically, I don't believe. So it's like, why push a good thing?
Yeah, you don't want to force it until it's fully ready. I get it. We, on the other hand, definitely have been saying like, I'm going to come if we do this for like 10 years. So we kind of need to get off our asses and do shit. Kind of
I think for like you guys, a Kickstarter would be a great idea, just because it's like, I know that's the thing that you want to do. Like that's the beautiful thing about your situation, even, is just like, man, I know that this is just what I want to do. So it's like, if you have that idea and you have that kind of like love for something, then you should just like serve it and fucking, try to make it happen. Versus I feel like I'm just making a bunch of different dishes and stuff. And I'm just like wanting to do like this and that and this and that, to where I feel like if I did have an idea that I was super passionate about, I would try kickstarting it, like a movie or something, like a live action movie or, the series. But it's just all these things where I'm like, I feel like I feel pretty creatively fulfilled at the moment. So how do I keep surprising myself and introducing new things? You know, to have a little fun. So, you know,
just have a little fun before you swallow the shotgun barrel. Just a little nibble of life.
Just a little nibble of life right before I fucking blow my brains out.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, no, it is. It's lovely.
Well, avid listener, we're going to start with some fucking original short cartoons on the YouTube channel. And I'm kind of excited to see what you guys think. I don't know how much we should talk about it or say about it, but maybe I'll just leave you with that to whet your appetite.
It's going to be cool. I can tell them that. I've seen a little bit of it, and it's going to be fun.
Oh, thanks, man. Everyone, you can leave a little comment. You tell us what you think the show original shorts on the YouTube channel is going to be. You tell us. Tell us what you think it might be about.
It's this thing called Dr. Assassin.
Okay.
It's about
Stop giving away all of the secrets.
Sorry about that.
That would be the gayest thing I've ever heard of.
Well, that was an hour of premium content. Unbelievable. Wow, time sure does fly when we're talking about when we're talking about Not Without My Daughter. That we might even start.
Very unlikely scenario of a woman being kidnapped by her Iranian husband.
Her heroic husband
in Iran.
Yeah. But yeah, just want to say thank you guys for supporting the Patreon and doing all this stuff. Hopefully these little bonus episodes are nice during your work week or whatever you're doing. So we appreciate you. Boys, do you have anything else to add?
No, sir. Don?
Nope. I guess I'll give an update on the merch. We received some of the merch that will be coming out, and it looks awesome. So that is being worked on, but another week without anything concrete, unfortunately. So,
but the pipeline is moving. There are things being done.
This stuff is happening. Yep.
You could probably show him the hat.
I don't want to get my COVID on it. I could.
I mean, you know, you're probably the only one that's going to be wearing them, right?
I'll just go get the box. Hold on.
We could do a little market research right now. I'm kind of curious to see what they think. Like, what do they think of the size of the logo? Is that a good size? Would you make it smaller, bigger, the same?
They're going to get what they get and like it.
Okay. That is probably also how you get so much done. You just...
I think we've got two hats. There's this one. Just your standard Cream Crew hat.
No. You're using your shitty fucking MacBook webcam, aren't you? They're not going to get a sweet...
Nice, though. You can tell how sick this is. No, it's the embroidering is like actually awesome. I'm very impressed. And they did all this custom stuff we didn't even ask for, like the lining on the inside, this pink stuff, the Cream Crew logo there on the tag.
Yeah, fuck our current merch company. We should switch to these guys.
Probably. Yep. And then there's this gray one with pink stitching.
Did we ever... You know what's fucked up? You know what's fucked up is I still have not received that shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that I ordered all the time. I just now thought about that.
Oh, did they cancel it or something?
I don't think I ever received an email about it.
I don't think we ever even put that episode out. So no one is no one will.
What the fuck even was the shirt again? What was it? It was
One day. We'll talk about it. One day that episode will be released when it is appropriate to do so.
Forgot what the fuck even the shirt was. I need
it was a little Flash Gets logo hoodie.
Oh yeah. That's what it was.
Gets with a nice skull in between.
Yeah,
FG,
another
baby.
day.
Another $1.25 for this beautiful episode of Cream Crew. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Let us know what you think of the hats. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.